Virgos, hi my loves. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to come and take this trip on a ascendstar ship, and for that, I appreciate you. This is going to be for all of my sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, whatever your Virgo placement is. This is going to be your reading for the month of March. While energy is flying everywhere, I'm not going to take any of these. Keep in mind that time is fluid, therefore it could resonate anytime throughout March or anytime we have this energetic lineup again. Therefore, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I am Star, your tarot reading, meditation, and tarot teaching certified spiritual life coach. So if you are looking for a coach, or if you are son and daughter of baskets. Okay, so if you are looking, and this came out too, so I'm just gonna go ahead because that was a single card by itself. It's your energy. If you need a general reading, please reach out to me at any of my outlets that will be listed below, whether that's for reading or if you are looking for a life coach, then I do currently have openings. I know a lot of you actually like to see and know the deck that I am working with. This card here is just from your traditional Rider Tarot. It was actually gifted to me by someone. I actually, when it comes to that card, when it comes to that deck, I only use the major arcanas and the aces. And then for this nice little cute little colorful card, it's actually our Spiritual Junkie deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. I love that deck because it's very, very insightful, and it gives like a lot of inspirational messages. Now I'm actually sharing with you all my ancestor deck. This is actually the deck that I use when I'm doing my actual personal readings, but this month they decided they wanted to come out. I guess they say this is the end of the astrology, the end of the astrology year, and it's time to go out with a bang, right? So they asked to be presented, so I am bringing them along. And this deck is our the Hoodoo Tarot deck, right? It's a very, very good deck. I love it, right? So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Like I did with the ancestors cards, these cards below, I will just, like channel and read out on them. So the fact that you all are coming in the moon card, like there's so much that can be coming, that can be taken from this moon card. Like there's a transformation that is going on. There can actually be healing that is going on. Like spirit is calling for you to actually reveal your true self and who it is that you really are. There could also be some secrets and things that are actually coming out or getting ready to be discussed. Like everything just isn't exactly how it seems or the way that it's actually coming off. There could be some deception going on. There could be some lies going on. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I can't tell like where the energy is coming from. It may be on both sides. Like, especially if you're dealing with other people, you may be showing a false side of yourself. And it may not even be you showing a false side of yourself. It's more so of you just not being true to who it is that you really are. And spirit is saying, bring out who it is that you really are. You know, the yin and the yang in yourself, because there's a time and there's a place for everything. But there's definitely a need to actually be honest, like moving forward with the things that you actually have going on. This says every cell in my body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought I have. So some of you could very well be having negative thoughts, not knowing how to go or what direction you're going to go in next, especially with that Gullah Jack that's back there. In the traditional deck, he's actually going to represent the hangman. Like being enlightened, being able to bring your past and your future together in order to focus on what actually needs to be done in the moment, like being clear in your thoughts, being clear in your mind. And really not allowing anybody to like throw you like off your balance. Like it definitely says like be careful with the words that you actually say. Sometimes the word that you say, it causes unnecessary drama and trauma. And some of you, you actually need to be able to open your throat chakra, right? Because you're not really able to express yourself, especially with that noose around his neck. It's like, what is it that's actually holding you back? Like, why is it that you can't express yourself? And if you're having negative thoughts, like, why is it that you are having those negative thoughts? Like, what is it that is really going on, right? So this Daughter of Baskets is basically coming in, and she's like, she basically represents the page. She represents the page of I'm about to say the Page of Hearts. It's the Page of Cups though, right? And that's in the traditional deck, like that's what she represents. So she is actually a bearer of good news, like, you know, like she comes in and she gives like positive like affirmation. She's creative, she has great communication skills, and it's like you're like at a point now and it's like what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna say? Like, let me tell you something. If this has something to do with a relationship and you're not being honest with the person, like maybe you are really at this point like head over heels for this person, but you don't really want to tell them because you don't want to come off as soft, right? Or you don't want to come off as clingy or something of that nature. And Spirit is just saying, like, if this is how you feel, then this is what you actually need to be able to express, because it's very well likely that the other party feels the same way as well. I feel like that's why the Hangman is in the middle. It's all about finding your balance, your yin and your yang. It's okay to actually be vulnerable, like accept what it is, right? If you are not yet practicing meditation, this is a good time for meditation. It's a good time to actually pray about things. Like, it's also a time to realize that you are going to have to be accountable, and accept the outcome for anything that you've done in the past. Like, you have to accept the consequences of all of your actions, whether they are positive or whether they are negative, right? So if you've been around here and you haven't been being honest, then that is actually getting ready to come out. Like, some of you are actually also kind of superficial. Like, you do a whole lot of things based on surface level, and Spirit is like, it's time for you to get down. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to reconnect and actually get to the root of things, and like stop being so shallow. Like, if you've made like bad choices, like, and you're feeling stuck, you feel like you can't move forward, you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place, like, you definitely have to reevaluate yourself and be on some shiz naive, like, well, dang, like, what did I do to actually put myself in this situation? Like, sometimes we make bad choices, and we really don't know, but just be mindful of what it is that you're doing, and whatever it is that you are doing, make sure that if and when it comes back, that you're able to handle the consequences of it, right? You may very well be at a point in your life where it's actually time to put the needs of others in front of your own. Like, this has a lot to do with like relationships. Like, some of you, you know, you might be afraid to be intimate. Like, you might be afraid of commitment. But Spirit is basically saying, like, go in for that. Like fear not, want not. Like, you go through a bunch of different phases in your life, you learn different things in your life, like, but you just have to continue to build and move forward. Like, whatever you did in your past, especially like when it comes to like relationships, whether it's a loving relationship or a platonic relationship, business relationship, whatever it is, whatever kind of relationship it is, right? Like, whatever you did in the past, like, if it was bad, then you know that that's something that you no longer need to do, right? If it was good, that's definitely something that you need to continue to invest in, right? Like, you need to let go of the immaturity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, take on the responsibility. Don't be scared of the responsibility that comes along with the relationship, right? Like, trust and believe in yourself. Know that anything that you put your mind to, like you can get it done. Just because it didn't work out the way that you thought it would initially doesn't mean that it won't work out properly in the future. And, you know, a lot of times, like, Like sometimes we work so hard, so hard, so hard, so hard that we get to the point of burnout. Like spirit isn't telling you to like go in the point of burnout. Like definitely find your balance, find your boundaries, but actually keep going. Like don't try to be a perfectionist, right? Um, like have fun, enjoy life, you know what I'm saying? Like you might even be, some of you may even be getting a new job if you haven't already stepped into your new job. Some of you may actually be teachers or entrepreneurs getting ready to actually start your own business. Whatever it is, it's gonna take hard work, right? It's not something that is easy. I see that you're continuing to build and you're continuing to go to the next level. But you actually got to stop being lazy. Some of you are actually being lazy. Like there's a lot of downtime that you have. And for some of you, it might actually be related to like depression or things of that nature, like your mood. You're just like an overall like moody type person. And spirit is just saying like, you got to learn to think positive. You got to learn to be positive about everything that you're doing, about yourself and the things that you are involved in. Because once you feed into a negative thought, it's almost like you go down a rabbit hole. Like it's one negative thought after another and one negative thought after another. And spirit is just like, stop doing that to yourself. That is self-sabotage. Like be mindful of how it is that you talk to yourself. Be nice to yourself. Okay? So I definitely hope that made sense and it resonates. If you have not yet, please go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that bell. You don't want to miss any of the future readings or monthly readings, because that's basically what I do on this channel, monthly readings. If you're looking for full and new moon readings, make sure you follow me on any of my outlets that are listed below, because that is where they are posted or will be posted. You could have been anywhere, Virgo, but you decided to come and spend your most valuable currency with me, which is your time. And for that, you are appreciated. Now go be great.